Welcome to another episode of Keep It Moving. I am Von Wilson. We're running a part 2 today. We back with Sasha. Sasha, what's up?
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me back.
Oh yes, indeed. Well, it wasn't just on me. It was a demand. That's
Oh,
did you get a chance to really look at
I did.
the likes and the
Yeah,
comments and stuff and those
yeah,
numbers how they ran up like
yeah,
3,500? I didn't even expect that. I was like 3,500. I thought it was going to be like being that we're new at this, it's
yeah,
going to be more of like around 100, 200, but 3,500. And then a lot of people were asking me, well, she should have touched a little bit more on her own journey. She touched on her life. I said,
yeah,
okay, well, let's see what we can do to get her back and come back and we can
yeah,
touch on some of those things. And that's what I like to do today. Just see where you at, see how
yeah.
life has been treating you. How's the family? Everybody good?
Everyone's good.
Good,
Yeah,
good,
big
good, good.
changes coming soon.
Big changes?
Yeah,
Like what? What you got going on, Sasha?
I'm moving.
Okay.
In about a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
like I was.
congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I mentioned previously that I'm living alone, and I've been living alone for a long
Mm-hmm.
time, but I'm actually going to be living with my family again in a matter of a week. So
Okay.
nervous,
Okay.
excited,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all the emotions, but I think I'm just ready to kind of heal a part of me
Mm-hmm.
and just start a new chapter,
Nice, nice.
honestly. Yeah.
So, did you get any backlash from your family on the interview, or did you get like, "Hey, that was really cool. I didn't know you felt that way," or
hmm
anything of that nature? What did you get? Did you get anything from family members?
I was really nervous to show my mom.
Uh huh.
I knew that she's not going to find it herself,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because my mom's not on social media.
Mm-hmm.
But I really did think that it was a perfect opportunity to share it with her
Mm-hmm.
because maybe it was a way of me, one, voicing my appreciation for every sacrifice she's made,
Mm-hmm.
but two, also be real and raw with her about how I felt
Mm-hmm.
growing up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I'm the baby,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I saw things and maybe they didn't think I saw them, but I saw everything, right? Like I
Mm.
experienced a lot.
Yeah.
But my mom, she seemed pretty emotional when I showed her. I made sure I showed her in person so I could really see her
Yeah.
emotions.
Yeah.
But I was grateful that she acted that way
Mm.
or reacted that
Yeah.
way, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes like with traditional values coming from the parents, they don't always see things the way that the kids do.
Yeah.
They're still locked in kind of like a belief system that shaped them and groomed them and
hmm
raised them.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that are happening today, especially with podcasts, they didn't have podcasts growing
Yeah.
up in their era. And it's
Yeah.
like it's a foreign thing. And a lot of parents coming from that era,
hmm
they kept to secrecy with their lives.
Yep.
You know, it's like unclassy to air your shit out in public and
Right.
tell your business. So
100%.
that was pretty cool that she received it that way and just was in support of what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now, what about your sister and your brothers?
I don't
What
think
they
my
think?
sister ever saw it.
She never saw it.
I don't think my
Ah,
siblings saw it either.
okay,
Actually, no, I did share it with my brother. One of
okay,
my brother, the one Jay in
yeah,
England, I did send it to him,
yeah.
and he, in full transparency, was like, "I can't believe you talked about this." He had that very traditional perspective of you
Mm,
cannot be airing our stuff out like this. Like this is not
mm,
okay. But I just reiterated the fact that I didn't say a lie
mm-hmm,
because lying is looked down upon. I
mm-hmm,
said my truth.
mm-hmm,
Because I'm the baby, I don't think that they really understand how much I felt
mm-hmm.
and how that impacted my upbringing.
Sure.
It's always just known that like it impacted our entire family,
Mm-hmm,
but no one wants to talk about the specifics because
mm-hmm,
like talking about emotions even within the family, it's still not
mm-hmm,
normalized necessarily,
mm-hmm,
especially within like our Indian family.
mm-hmm.
So I think that it was hopefully refreshing to him. Was he happy about it? No,
No.
but
Yeah.
it's something that I get to keep for myself. It's
Mm-hmm,
something documented. I'm not doing this for anyone else. I'm not doing this for other people. It's a conversation I'm having with you
mm-hmm,
that I get to document for myself.
mm-hmm.
And I think within that conversation, it can help other people.
Yes.
It's not directly for the purpose of I want this person to see, I want this person to see. It's a
Mm-hmm,
conversation I'm having with you. And
mm-hmm,
if it can help one person
mm-hmm,
on your platform or
mm-hmm,
my platform,
mm-hmm.
I did my job.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You
Right.
know, I say it all the time. My goal is 5 or more, but I'm even push it more.
Yeah.
I like to think big, I like to do things big. I wanted
Mhm.
to be able to touch as many people as God will allow.
Absolutely.
And if that happens, that's for the greater good.
Mhm.
Cloud 9.
100%.
Anything below that and one, my job is done. So
Yep.
I'm with you on that. And that's the mission. We've had some tragic things happen in our life, and I call it tragedy because it could have went left for me to the point where I could have never overcame what I went through
Yep.
and been a basket case or a continued the path of going in and out of jail,
Yeah.
being a repeat
Yeah.
offender. Just my life of crime until the casket dropped.
Yeah.
And what did it do for you, being able to express and share outside of you having the hopes that it touches one person on your platform, my platform?
Mm-hmm.
But I want to know, what did it do for you? Because I never had somebody to be able to come back and be able to say, talk about the aftermath
Yeah.
that with family and for self. What
Yeah.
did it do for you?
I mean, that was the first time I'd really shared my story.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost allowed me to organize my life in chronological order
Mm-hmm.
and actually sit down and take a second to be like, this is how it really impacted me.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it impacted my life.
Yeah.
It made me more aware.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everyone, not just me, but everyone in life is so go, 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 go. You don't take the time to understand how much of an impact certain things have on you,
Mm-hmm.
how that's going to follow you into the future, how that's presently really impacting you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's taking away from your quality of life.
Mm-hmm.
And I can wholeheartedly say, since our last conversation,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've been living with a lot more intention.
Yes. Yes.
100%. Even if I'm in the middle of my day and I take 1 second to just do like a full body scan, be like, am I stressed? Am I relaxed? Yes, I have an aura ring, but actually getting in tune with my body. And if I am stressed, and a lot of the times I am, and I'm dealing with brain fog and all this stuff, all I have to do is take 5 seconds and breathe,
Yes.
which we forget to do for some odd reason because of the world that we live in.
Mm-hmm. Everything is moving fast. Everything is on the go.
Everything.
Yeah.
And it's that 5 seconds of your life that
Mm-hmm.
that can really, it can change the trajectory of your day.
Mm-hmm.
And for that, I'm very grateful for that opportunity to change that trajectory, right? But it takes work and it takes constant practice.
I follow this guy on Instagram, Shabazz. He always talks about 3 to 30. 3 to 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Take that 3 to 30 seconds to
Yeah.
think before you act
Mm-hmm.
and you do something that's going to impact your life
Yeah.
in a way you can't recover from it.
Yeah.
And a lot of his episodes are based on like situations where people get into arguments
Yeah.
and fights, not thinking it through, taking that 3 to 30 seconds and end up harming somebody to where they end up going to prison because they've killed the person or,
Yep.
or harmed them gravely, just when all they need to do is 3 to 30 seconds. And a lot of times when you don't really know that, then what you're only doing is you're flying off emotions. So that's good
Oh
that
my God.
this was a platform that was able to give you a chance to be able to talk about. Because I also believe that it's like you can't really correct anything or fix anything unless you are able to identify with it. And how do you identify with it? Come out of denial and speak about it and talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Get it off your chest because it feels so much better. Once you talk about it, then you can start figuring out, how can I fix this? What can I do with that? Or you can release things that have really been there troubling you,
Yep.
troubling your spirit, and that you've been holding, you've been carrying, you've been locking in. And sometimes you're afraid to even talk about it. And then when you do talk about it, it's such a major relief. So
100%. Yeah.
it just goes to show that the platform is working. And I'm glad we got a chance to come back. I'm glad people
Yeah.
were like, where's Sasha?
Yeah.
Where's Sasha? We
Aw.
want to hear from Sasha again. We want to know where she at. What is she
Yeah.
doing? And a lot of people were like, she could really sing. Does she have an album? Or what is she doing? Where is she at with
Yeah.
that? So I know last time you and I talked, you were working on that,
Yeah.
pushing your music forward. Are you still doing that? Are you still working on
I
that?
am, yeah. So there's been like a few conversations that have organically come up. If that means at my job, someone's asked me like, hey, what's going on with music? Because
Yeah.
obviously I've been at my job for like 10 years. And they've known me. They've known that I have dipped into singing, but now I'm in school. And I'm like, I'm just waiting on the right opportunity. And they were like, oh, no. I really want you to get into the studio. And I was like, I know, but studios are expensive and da 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 da, and they said no, I'm putting you in a studio.
Oh, wow. So you got some financial backing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Which was such a blessing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And they connected me with a producer. We've
Mm.
been in talks for a little bit, but obviously, like, shifts in their schedule.
Yeah.
They were in Europe and now they're back. So he's just settling back in, but I should be in the studio next week,
Oh,
which
nice,
is
nice, nice. I'm happy
such
for
a
you. I'm
great,
glad
yeah.
for you because you gave me a little bit
Mm-hmm.
when we did the first episode at the end,
Yeah.
and I felt your voice. I felt the power. I'm a musical connoisseur. I love
Yeah.
music. I had a record company before, and we always had this thing
Yeah.
that was like the first 3 to 4 minutes. We know, all right, this is a hit.
Yep.
You already know. You don't even. I don't need to listen to it anymore. I don't need to go even down the line. This is something we can create from
Mm-hmm.
just by hearing a tad bit. And then when I went to your page, and you didn't have it posted, but you posted it, I think, or maybe you did. I just maybe overlooked it.
Yeah.
When you did the national anthem for the Warriors game, my
Yeah.
hometown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that was
Yeah.
amazing.
Thank
How did you end
you.
up getting that gig? Did you have management to do that, or what happened?
No. So I was the national anthem singer in high school.
Okay.
And then when I went to University of San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
I reached out to like the athletic director. Or actually, no, I had a work study opportunity. So I started working for them, filing paperwork, something simple. It was part of my scholarship, and I was in the athletic department. So I thought, why not ask and just shoot my shot
Right.
and ask the director, hey,
Right.
like, do you guys have any openings for national anthem? And he was like, maybe you could do one, like maybe next month. Like, I'll give you a shot. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay. I didn't
Yeah.
have to audition or anything. He was like, just send me a video. And I was like, okay, I'll send him a video. And then I became the national anthem singer for the university after that one gig. So then they started paying me for it. And I was like, this is so fun. And then COVID happened.
Right.
I
Shut
moved
everything
back to,
down.
yeah. I
Yeah.
moved back to LA, and then one of the connections that I made through singing the national anthem at the events, we stayed in contact. He's an amazing just person in general, and I was living in LA at this time, and he was like, hey, I have an opportunity for you at the Giants game.
Yeah.
I have an opportunity for you at the Warriors game.
So you did the Giants too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cool.
the Giants
You didn't post that
first.
one up though.
I did.
You did?
That one was
I'm gonna
a
have
while
to go
ago.
back through it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a while
Yeah.
ago. Okay.
So, like obviously the cost of transportation, all that was on me, but it was so worth it. It's not about the exposure. It's just all of my hard work in college, singing at a baseball game with 5 people or singing at a basketball game with 2,000.
Yeah.
It all led to those moments,
Right,
and it
right.
was such a surreal feeling, and
Right.
it wouldn't have been possible without the guy who had put me in contact with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, also opportunity presents itself when you prepared. So you were prepared for the opportunity. When you
Yeah.
presented yourself, you were able to capitalize on
Yeah.
that. And like you said, it's not about just singing for the aspect of, okay, I'm doing the national anthem and
Yeah.
things of that nature for such a prestige position as you enjoy doing it too.
Yeah.
But that's big. That's like what, like 30,000? What the stadium was holding, like 30,000
Something
people,
like that.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, to go from what 500 to 30,000. That's big. Were
Yeah.
you nervous? Did you feel
Terrified.
anything?
I think I closed my eyes the entire time. I'm gonna be so brutally honest with you.
Yeah.
Like just do. And then the inner ears that I actually,
Yeah.
I think they provided them for me.
Mm-hmm.
They shut my by accident. They shut my monitor off, and I couldn't hear myself the entire time. So I was like, I hope this sounds good.
Yeah.
But I was absolutely terrified
Wow.
because that's all you're relying on, your inner ears. That's the most perfect way to hear yourself. So the
Yeah.
fact that was turned off really freaked me out.
Yeah.
But it all worked out, and it was just an opportunity.
Yeah,
It
because
was
that
amazing.
nervousness and that fear leaves you after you start to getting into it. And that plays into just life in general. I
Oh,
get
yeah.
nervous sometimes before even shooting episodes, and then when we get going,
Yeah.
it just all just starts to coming out, and it's smooth, and it starts to flowing.
Exactly.
As many times as I tell myself, I know action breeds confidence,
Yep.
and through consistency, you just stacking up more and more confidence.
Yep.
Regardless of that whole philosophy, I still get that bug. And I heard from someone who is in the business that's really up there in the music industry. They told me they still get that too. They still get nervous.
Yeah.
They've been having a career over 20 years, actually over 30 years. They're an old school group from way, way back.
Yeah.
And he said, I still get that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you know what? If something means something to you and
Mm-hmm.
you want to continue to progress within it and continue to grow, you should be getting nervous
Yeah.
every single time. You know,
Yeah.
that means that that spark is still there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's the same feeling you get if you're in a relationship, a really amazing relationship. You should feel not nervous, obviously, but that like little spark of butterflies
Right.
every single
Right.
time.
Right.
It doesn't matter if it's 10 years later,
Right.
a month later.
That little lift, that
That's
little
yeah,
boost.
it
that
keeps you going.
keeps you
It keeps
alive.
you
Yeah.
progressing forward. So I
Yeah.
think that that's such a blessing to even
Yeah.
be able to experience that,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? You want to do like an album with what you're doing now? You want to drop an EP, or you want to test it and drop a few songs out there and go live through the social feeds to
Yeah.
see what kind of feedback you get? What's the plan?
Honestly, I used to write a lot of music when I was younger, right? When my father was still in my life, it felt as I was I felt like I was singing for the wrong reasons. I was almost singing for him because he kept looking at me as like dollar signs. So then I initiated opportunities of like singing the national anthem and like kind of diving back into it, but not being into the music industry in terms of me wanting to progress as an artist, not
Yeah.
a national anthem singer, right?
Yeah.
So now at this very moment, I can say that that spark is almost being reignited again, but in a different way because
Yeah.
I'm doing it for myself.
Mhm.
I'm not doing it for money. I'm
Yeah.
not doing it for views. I'm doing it because just like we're talking on a podcast right now, I can write music about topics that are maybe a little bit more difficult to talk about, make it into a song, and if that reaches one person, then I feel like I found my purpose.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be as direct as, yeah, my father did this, that, and the other, but it could be you wake up and you have insecurities every day. How are you overcoming that?
Right.
I'm not the most confident person ever, but you know what? Every single day I'm progressing forward, I'm pushing forward, I'm analyzing myself, I'm fixing my bad habits. If I can make that into a song, a single song, I will listen to that song and it'll remind me of my purpose. It'll help someone else in this world. And
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna
that's what
I was
I'm
gonna
do.
say, if you definitely can do that. It's
Yeah.
all about when you put the pen to paper and when
Exactly.
you record it and you put it out there. There's over 8 billion people in the world.
Yep.
And with these tools that we have today, from IG to TikTok to YouTube to Twitter, et cetera, those reach out throughout the world.
Yeah.
They touch so many people. You won't be able to touch everybody, and nothing that anybody is doing is touching everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with that percentage that you get from 1 to 100,000, it's impactful. And I encourage you to do that. Maybe when we were talking about doing that collaboration, I'm going to have you host with me.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, remember we were talking about that?
Of course.
Yeah, that'd be big then. I figure by the time we do that, we can just do another recap. Like, what's up with the music? Where you
Exactly,
at? You know,
yeah.
Did you ever write that song?
Yeah.
That'd be good.
I'm excited to get back in the studio. I'm not going to say it's been a dream, but it feels like this is quite literally the perfect time for me to do that.
Yeah. You feel it, huh?
I feel it. And
Yeah.
plus, the connection I even made with the producer over the phone,
Yeah.
I'm really confident in that.
Yeah.
Because it is the connection. It is the
Yeah.
relationship you have with the producer.
Right.
It is going to translate into the music, you
Yeah.
know? He has a lot to teach me. And as a singer, I have a lot to teach him, you know? And I'm excited to see where it takes us just organically. He's not in this for the money either. And I trust the connection that set that relationship up. So I'm excited. I'm really
Yeah, that's
excited.
good. That's good because especially if he's not really in it for the money, he's in it for the love of the art.
Yeah.
And it's something he
Which is rare to
enjoys
find
doing.
nowadays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. The money is going to come. It's easy
Yeah.
to make money. Money is so
100%.
easy to make. You just have to provide a good service or product
Yeah.
and market it and know how to be able to close
Yeah.
on what it is that you're selling or you're providing, whatever service it is. Just know how to close on it.
Yeah.
Show the value in it, how you can be able to solve a problem. You have a solution, and how the people are going to benefit from it. And the money's going to come. The main thing is you guys enjoy what you're doing. And then the other thing is to be able to get that financial backing so easy
Yeah.
like that because people, they seek out angel investors and sometimes get in relationships that are not so desirable
Yeah.
because they got the bag. But that's really good. Speaking of your father, how's he doing? No rekindling, huh? No
No.
conversations, no nothing.
No.
He's just a ghost right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think since the last episode sharing my truth, I will confidently say that I wish nothing terrible on him.
Oh, of
I
course
wish nothing.
not. Of course
But the
not.
thing is, in the past, I almost did.
Yeah.
I almost resented him to the point where I'm like, I want something to happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that point of reflection since the last episode, or even just talking about it the
Mm-hmm.
last episode, I've really come to terms with, you don't choose your parents.
Mm-mm.
You don't choose your life.
Mm-mm.
But there's always something good that's supposed to come out of every bad situation.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when you think that way, when you can be able to turn a negative into a positive,
Yeah.
but that comes from, like you said, it comes from you as an individual. Like you said, you didn't choose your life, but now you can.
Yep.
As a child, you didn't choose it,
Mm-hmm.
but now as an adult, you can. It's important to do that because
Yeah.
if you don't choose it, circumstances somebody else will for you. It's just the way life is.
Yeah. And even going into that, I mean, I never thought I'd get the opportunity to live with family again.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a big deal. Like, I don't even think it's truly hit me. Like, okay,
Yeah.
granted, I've sold all my furniture and I'm like ready to go the second that this opportunity
Right.
came to me, right? But
Yeah.
to be able to actively rekindle my relationship with my mom, with my sister, to have my brother, who I look up to more than anything, or at least one of them down the street,
Mm-hmm.
and to have our family in one close circle, you know, it makes it feel like all of the hardships and all of the obstacles that my sister and I and my mom, my brothers, we've all overcome. I mean, it makes it feel all worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost like an opportunity to just breathe
Yeah.
and not have to feel so go all the time. And just to be in one place. And
Yeah.
if there's a problem and one of us is upset, you go down to the living room and you can talk about it rather than you have to talk on a phone and then this person has this schedule and it's too overwhelming.
Yeah.
And for me, it's just overstimulating. And just to even have all the dogs in one area again is just going to be
You
amazing.
love dogs. You
I
love your
love my dogs. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Well, being all the trauma and drama you guys went through as a family,
Yeah.
and for you guys to go your separate ways
Yeah.
and live your lives and have productive lives amongst all that trauma. Because, I mean, you guys went through some shit. And I know of people who have went through similar things. And to this day, they still don't have it together. And for you guys to, like I said, go your separate ways and to be able to hold it together, keep it together, and then come back together to continue to move forward in a healthy space together is good. And
Yeah.
then you doing the work. I tell
Yeah.
people it's a lifestyle. From the time that you wake up to the time you go to sleep, you got to be conscious of how you moving. And I'm not saying be a soldier, be a stiff neck or anything of that nature, but you got to be focused. You got to be conscious. You got to have your routines. You got to have your schedules. You got to be calculated with
Yeah.
how you live your life, especially after you go through things.
And it's consistency and it's not motivation. It has nothing to do with motivation. It
No.
is all discipline.
It is.
100% discipline. And if you want something in life, you have to do everything in your power to get there. You can't rely on anyone else. You can't rely on family. You need to rely on yourself. If you give yourself 100 excuses, this goes way beyond the gym. This is just day-to-day lifestyle.
Right.
I learned it the hard way because I felt bad for myself for so
Right.
long. In high school and college, I've just been dealt crappy cards. No. There comes a point in time where you have to take responsibility for your actions
Right.
and your lack of discipline.
You can't be that victim, but even though you can feel what you need to feel emotionally because of what you went through, you have to, in my opinion, recognize it, feel it, and if it calls for you to question why is this happening, why is this me, and go through a woe me moment,
Yeah.
but you can't stay there. Come out of that. All right, cool. All right, this is what it is. I made the assessment. Well, let me get on my game and start fixing things.
Exactly.
Because like you said, nobody's coming to save you.
No one.
Nobody's coming to save you. You got to save yourself and
Yeah.
make it happen. Speaking of the gym, what's going on with the gym? You been in there going crazy?
Yeah. Honestly, it is a little sad to me because I'm
Yeah.
leaving that gym in a matter of a week. But
Yeah, you got all your fellowships there?
yeah.
Yeah.
Especially James. You had James on the podcast.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. We had a conversation the other day and he was like, I want to know, and he looked in the mirror and he's like, I want to know what brings this girl to the gym every single
Yeah,
day.
well, let's talk about it. What'd you tell him?
when I'm tired, and I'm tired most of the time, you know, I don't want to go to the gym. This morning I did not want to go to the gym. The last
Right.
place I wanted to go was the gym.
Yeah.
But you know what keeps me going? It's if it was easy, everyone would do it.
Right.
It's not about I went to the gym initially at the beginning of my journey because I wanted to look a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to physically shift my body.
Mm-hmm.
But now it goes beyond that. You know, it's you physically taking care of yourself. Yeah, that's one aspect of it. But it's almost proving to yourself and keeping promises to yourself. Like, I can keep a promise to myself. If you keep promises to yourself, you're going to keep promises to your friends. And if you're in a relationship, you're going to keep promises to your spouse, your significant other. And that, to me, is the main reason. And I finally established why I go so hard in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And for the longest time, I was training ineffectively. And since then, I've hired a coach who's she kind of just says it out. She kind of gets rid of the BS. And she's like, you're overtraining, and this is why you feel like shit.
Right.
And since then, I've limited my days of training to 5 instead of 7. Because 7 days, yeah, great. So you have so much discipline. You feel like crap every single day.
Right.
Now I'm training 5 days. I have never felt better. My relationship with the gym is a lot stronger and more efficient.
Right.
And
you appreciate it more too.
oh, 1,000%.
It's not like a chore. It's like, oh man, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah. 7 days a week. That's heavy.
Especially as a woman.
Yeah.
As a woman, you're even more vulnerable to hormone complications or hormone imbalances, and I experienced that firsthand. I experienced the hair loss, the period loss, the weight loss. Like, I was going through every single symptom, but I was like, but I'm going to the gym. How do I still look like this? I am miserable. I'm
Right.
literally miserable.
Right.
And since educating myself and then even further hiring Alicia, I have the best relationship possible with the gym. You're right. I 100% appreciate it more. I'm more present. I'm more intentional with every single movement. And overall, I'm just a lot happier going there. Because by that 6th or 7th day, when I was
Right.
training 7 days, I was dragging. I was
Yeah.
like picking up a dumbbell and I was just going like this, like on my phone half the time. I was just like, I want this over with. Like, I don't want to do this.
Right.
But now you learn to appreciate it more.
Yeah. Well, that also plays into never quitting, never giving up. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Stay with it, stay in it, figure
Yeah.
it out. And then once you figure it out, then work it. Once you work it, maintain it.
Yeah.
And you did that. Just listening to you, I can just imagine how many people who have got to that frustrating point where they're not seeing results. They come in
Yeah.
7 days a week. They've got to the point where they've lost that desire. Some people coming in on motivation. I call them the resolutioners. After the new year, you got the gym. It's like it's saturated. You can't even get to a machine. You can barely even walk through the door.
Yeah.
It takes you 20 minutes to get through the line
And I was
of checking
there.
in.
I've been there before.
Yeah.
So I'll never look at someone who has that New Year's resolution and
Yeah.
look down on them and be like,
Yeah.
oh, they're just occupying the gym. No,
Yeah, well, no,
I was right there.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm
So
not going
that's-
there either. I'm
Yeah,
not looking down
yeah,
on it. No.
But that's
Yeah.
that's when I was talking to James, I was like, I was that person. I didn't feel good about myself. I was not healthy. I was eating junk food. I was overweight. I had a doctor tell me I was overweight. I was drinking. I was doing drugs. I mean, I was doing all the things that made me feel terrible about myself. So I never want to be that person again. I never want to feel that way again. And I think it is also like the social aspect at the gym and just the community you have there. They keep you going. They 1,000% keep you going. Every single morning I see James giving me a fist pump and be like, get it, girl. And I'm like, you too. Like, it's those
Right.
little interactions
Right.
that really mean a lot. It's like you
Yeah.
see me and I see you.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you and you're proud of me.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's such a special thing. I mean,
building up some of that camaraderie too, just
100%.
having people that are checking for you and holding you accountable
yeah,
to a certain degree. And it feels good. It's playful. It's enjoyable.
yeah,
And I come in the gym and work out occasionally with James. Not work out with him, but he's in the space when I'm in the space. When I was coming early, I used to see you there sometimes too.
Really?
Yeah, I used to see you there, but we didn't really talk anything because I'm not that guy. I come in, my thing is, what's my purpose? Why am I here?
yeah.
You know? And I drop my hat low. I go in and do what I got to do.
I love that.
And I get it in and I get out. And I usually go to places. I don't go there to socialize. I go there to negotiate. And I know that this is not a place where I'm negotiating.
yeah,
So I'm not here really socializing because my time, at that time when I was getting up early in the morning like that, I was still in the car business. So I had to be somewhere at a certain time.
yeah.
So I know that in the car business, there's long hours. So
Mhm.
I'm not going to go at night when I'm
Yo, yeah,
exhausted.
nope,
I'm
no.
not going to do that to myself.
Yeah.
I'm just being realistic. So I got to get up early in the morning. I got to
Mhm.
get it in. And once I get it in, then I got to come home, get some breakfast, get a little nap, get on the road, and go take care of my business. So that was part of it too. But just me as my personality, I'm not the guy to go to the gym
Mhm.
and try and have gym buddies. And we sit here and we're talking about what's happening in the world
Yeah.
or whatever we're talking about,
Mhm.
taking longer intervals instead of hitting the weights every 30 to 90 seconds.
Yeah.
We're hitting it every 2, 3 minutes because
Yeah.
we're talking. I'm not that guy. So,
But it's amazing that you know that about yourself.
yeah.
I'll never be that girl. I try and handle myself extremely appropriately, but I feel like I give off the impression like, hi, bye, have a good day,
Mm-hmm.
have a great workout.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do the whole chitty chat thing because my
Yeah.
workouts already naturally take me a little bit longer than
Right.
maybe the average person because I
Right.
rest a lot longer than
Yeah.
the average person. But during that rest, I need a mental rest. It's not just a
Mm-hmm.
physical rest.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not one to chitty chat
Yeah. Yeah.
throughout my
And after a
entire.
while, when people become familiar with you, your coming and goings, and the way
Mhm.
that you function in the gym, they respect it. Now, when I go to the gym, people know that I'm not antisocial.
Yeah.
It's not that. I'm
Mhm.
not. I'm not an asshole. I'm
Yeah.
not here looking down upon anyone like I'm better than anybody or anything.
Yeah.
They just know that I'm here for business.
You're there
You
to
know,
work.
I'm there to work.
And
And
it's
then
also, it plays a role in discipline because you know you're not going to be able to go at night.
no,
And then if you make a promise to yourself and you try and go at night, it's not going to be effective.
Yeah.
You're going to start breaking promises to yourself.
yeah,
And then it's just going to be a cycle and you're going to get used to that. That's at least for me.
Mm-hmm.
I know myself, I have to go in the morning. The first thing I do when I wake up is go to the gym. Because
yeah.
I'm not good. I'm just not. I'm not a night girl. I go to sleep pretty early,
Mm-hmm.
and I love that.
Yeah.
I used to feel ashamed of
Yeah.
it, but I love it.
All the true winners and the billionaires and millionaires are the ones up at 4, 5, 3 in the
Yeah.
morning getting it done.
More time to get
And
things done during
yeah,
your day.
and then the rest of the day when everybody else is just getting up,
Mhm.
they've already accomplished half,
Yeah.
if not 3/4 of what they need to do. The rest of it's on cruise.
Yeah.
So it's true. But also, I wonder, do you get like this too? If I say I'm going to do something and I've got something I'm supposed to be doing and I don't get it done, it really tears me up.
It ruins your whole day.
Yeah, not my whole day, but it just, I know that I was supposed to get something done
Yeah.
and I didn't do it. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling.
Yeah.
I don't
It
like that
makes my
feeling.
day feel incomplete,
Yeah,
and then it also just drives me insane, like almost to the point where it can keep me up because especially if I know that I had the ability to do something.
right.
I had the opportunity to do something,
Yeah.
but I slacked a little bit.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take, it's just that little push in that moment.
Mhm.
And if I don't get something done, yeah,
Mhm.
it really does eat me up
Yeah.
for the day.
Yeah. At first, I used to be like, it's okay, man. Some days
Yeah.
you're not going to get things done. Things are going to happen. And then the other side of my brain is like, no, we're not formulating those kind of
Yeah.
habits.
Yeah.
You do what you say and you say what you're going to do and you do it.
Yeah.
And I just hate that. It doesn't register well with me. So
Yeah.
I try to stay away from things that's going to make me feel uncomfortable like that.
100%.
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
So how much schooling you got left to do?
I just
You almost
finished
done?
my finals.
Oh,
I just completed
nice,
a year.
nice. Congrats.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it feels surreal. It feels like just yesterday I was like, should I apply? Should I not apply?
Yeah.
No, I did it. A
Okay.
full year in. I get my finals back probably next week. I have a year left of classes,
Okay.
and then I go right into my practicum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So year left of classes,
Mhm.
and then that'll have you with a degree, or what is that? What does that look like?
About
at
a
the
year
end?
and a half
About
until
a year
the
and
degree.
a half.
Mhm.
And what level of degree is that? Is that like a BA or what is it?
That'll be my master's.
The
in
master's.
clinical psychology.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. You gonna take a little break, or what you gonna do?
No.
You just gonna keep it moving?
Oh no, I'm gonna keep moving for sure. No,
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
So my
yeah.
plan right now is continue to work as much as possible in my jobs as a server,
Uh-huh.
stack up, continue going through classes, finish my classes strong,
Mm-hmm.
go through my practicum, which is like an unpaid internship, obviously,
Okay.
and then continue to work through that. And then after I graduate, I'll already have like a placement of where I'll be getting obviously lower pay because I'm not.
Mhm.
I have to take the license.
Well, you gotta start somewhere. It's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I'm just ready. I'm not going to stop until I reach the top now.
Nice.
I'm not taking a break. I'm ready. I'm passionate. Even learning about these classes and going through them, it's not even like the real thing in the field. I am so grateful for this opportunity, and just to go through school is like, oh, I love school.
Well,
I'm going to miss
everything's
school.
aligned for you. Everything's aligned.
Yeah.
You're doing the work,
Mhm.
and you've been through the rough times, the hard times, and you've been through the fire.
Yeah.
And now you are settling in one of those little plastic donuts
Yeah.
in a pool,
Yeah.
and that's good to be in that place, in that space.
Yeah.
So how many years before you actually start doing the working at a lower wage? You're out of school, you're done with school, and you're actually putting everything that you've learned
Yeah.
into your field and your career. How long before that?
I'd probably say like 2 years.
2 years? That's nothing.
2.5 years.
That's
At
nothing.
most, yeah.
Time flies.
I'm going to grind.
This year's almost already up.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's insane. It feels like it just started.
It feels like it just
Yeah.
started. I remember, like, we're going back to the gym after the new year. I went to
Yeah.
the gym. I went to the gym the next day.
It was packed.
You know, I stopped going out on amateur night a long time ago. That's what I
Yeah.
call New Year celebrations.
Yep.
Amateur night. I stopped going out on that
Yeah.
a long time ago. So I went to the gym the next day, and it just seems like yesterday it was January.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Time is really just like, they used to say it's flying. It's cooking now.
Oh, it's cooking.
So 2 years is nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be good. So you already got a place where you're going to start at. You've already got that solidified?
A few potential ones.
A few potential ones?
Mhm.
And what are you going to be doing again? What are you gonna
Clinical
do?
psychology.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to start my practicum in about like a year and a half.
Okay.
I'm thinking, because I've been talking to someone who graduated my high school a few years before I did, and she went through the same program. So she's been guiding me and leading me, and she's been giving me some really good references.
Oh, that's nice. Kind of like a mentor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's so sweet and so kind, so I really appreciate her guidance, right? Because there's a lot of unknown when it comes to this field in general. And she said, I wish I would have had someone to answer all these questions for me, which I'm very grateful for.
Right.
So yeah, she gave me a few sites that I'm interested in. And then after that, it's difficult training, but I'd rather be trained really intensely to prepare me well for my career. And then I'll be going through that for like, I think a year. And then I'm going to accrue all of my hours, gather all my hours. Once I have enough hours, I'll take the license exam, and then I'm ready to go.
Nice. Now, we were talking earlier about motivation not being it all, but, you know, motivation does play a part on getting us started. It's like a Kickstarter, and then it appears and disappears. What about you when the motivation is low, those days when the motivation is low? What do you do?
In full transparency, I am really strict with myself. Like, on the days I just don't want to do it, it doesn't have to do with the gym, but if I don't want to go to work and I just want to have a lazy day, I cut that cord real quick. If I'm feeling that way and I'm like, oh, maybe I should just take the day. No,
Right.
because I know my personality traits. I know myself very well. And if I slack off that one day and I give myself that one day to just rot, I'm going to get used to that feeling. I'm going to acclimate really, really quickly. And it's going to be even more difficult to get up the next day and resume back to my strict routine. Like right now, I just finished finals. We get a week and a half break. And even that week and a half, I'm kind of sitting here and I'm like, oh, like I'm scared because when I go back to school, it's going to be hard, you know? So just nipping it in the bud now. Even the second I finished classes, I'm looking at textbooks. I'm buying this. I'm buying that to get me in that rhythm of continuing to stay in school mode. Because if I slack off, I know myself.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. You're just going to you're going to drop it off. Wow.
Yeah. And just also beyond that, I know that, like I was mentioning, I keep the promises to myself because I truly am a believer that if I do that, I'm going to be a better friend. I'm going to be a better daughter. I'm going to be a better sister. I'm going to be a better girlfriend. I'm going to be a better person in general. And that's what keeps me on track.
I think that it's important to have something to keep you on track, to keep you going, because there's days when I spoke about this on the interview I just had with Carly. There's days when I don't want to go to the gym. I'm like, I had a recent situation where I was up 3 o'clock in the morning editing, and got up at 6 o'clock because my internal clock
Yeah.
does that. It wakes you up, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm on that time. And I woke up at 6 o'clock, and I didn't want to do it, but I still went and I
Yeah.
did it. And it's important to keep those commitments that you have to yourself, to be able to follow through regardless to how you feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I use too is from Napoleon Hill. It's just an emotion. That's not you.
Yeah.
That's not who you are. It's
Yeah.
just an emotion. It's what you're feeling right
It's
now
temporary.
at that time. And to know that and be able to know that, oh, this will pass too.
Yep.
And when it passes, I want to be on the other side of that coin, which is I did what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
Not that I immersed myself into that emotion and that feeling and I didn't do what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
So it's just important to do that. I have various things that help me. One of the things is with me, since I've been posting inspirational quotes, I tell people all the time, it's not just for the people. That's for me first and foremost.
Yeah.
I'm sharing with you what is for me. When I read that on who are you, what do you believe in, what is your day going to look like today? If you don't do what you're supposed to do, put it together, post it, send it out there.
Yeah.
I'm talking to myself too. These things, they keep me going, keep me in line, and I enjoy that. And for other people to be able to grab that and utilize that, and to be able to take that to improve on whatever it is that they're doing, it's a good thing. It goes back to what we were saying, touch one, cool, but I'm looking to touch many now. I've got some really big things that are going to be coming down the pipeline here real soon that's going to fulfill the purpose and help other people, because that's where I'm at. That's the space I'm in, helping other people. I'm glad that I'm able to get this platform where you can come back and we can do it again.
I love it.
Because remember, we were talking about doing a part 2, but not this soon. But I was like, damn, this is overwhelming. I got to get her back in here. And I'm
Yeah.
glad I had the chance to get you back in, because it sounds like you're going to be really busy coming up here real soon.
It's going to be busy, but you know what? I'm, like we talked about, I'm just so grateful and more intentional with every move I make. And
Yeah.
this wasn't an opportunity where I had to make time for it. It was,
Right.
it's a blessing
Yeah.
to be able to sit, because now I'm going to have this documented. And then the next time we do a catch up, it's, oh my gosh, I have this to catch you up on. I can tell you this, how much
Right.
I've grown. And same thing with you. Like, look at this beautiful space that we're talking
Yeah.
in, you
Right.
know? So
Right.
it's amazing. I love it. I
Right.
love
It's a
it.
shift from, it just goes to show you when you stick with something, you align yourself with the right energy
Yeah,
and you stay prepared for the opportunity that presents itself,
Mhm.
then you can fit right in.
absolutely.
That's what we've done.
It's
Yeah.
all about intention. It really
Yeah.
is all about intention. And
Yeah.
if you're truly passionate about something, the outcome, you don't even have to focus on the outcome. It's
Yeah.
just going to come. It's just going to happen for you.
Right.
And I've seen that play out so many times in my life. If I
Mm.
act accordingly and if I act with intention
Mm-hmm.
and just be present
Mm-hmm.
and just be patient with myself,
Mm-hmm.
the positive outcome's going to be there. You're going
Yeah.
to reach your goal without even realizing it.
Yeah.
And that's a huge lesson I've learned.
Yeah, it is. And then you can get into a comfort zone with it, of knowing that as long as I'm continuously aligning myself and I'm doing these things that I'm supposed to be doing, I don't need to even look for a reward. I don't even
Yeah.
look for a benefit. It's just, this is my life, and these things are just things that come along with me living the way that I live.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. That's the thing that I like the
Yeah.
most. Since the last time we sat down to talk, what is some of the personal growths that you have experienced since the last time we spoke?
I mean, probably the biggest thing that's happened since then is the decision to move back in with my family. And that wasn't something that was forced upon me. It was truly just an opportunity. And they're still shocked to this day that I said yes, because I think I love my independence. But I would say that I've grown in terms of, we had a very ugly conversation as a family before saying yes and signing all these documents,
Right.
right? And that took a lot of self-reflection. I guess you can consider me to be like a previously very defensive type of person. And having that conversation on that dining table was very transparent. We didn't just say good things about each other. We said very ugly things
Yeah.
about bad habits.
You had the hard conversations.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
was
yeah.
trembling before, because
Right.
no one wants to be told that they're doing something wrong.
No.
They want to be told, you're perfect, you're this, you're that.
Mm-hmm.
And my brother, the way that he was explaining my bad habits, it was so tasteful,
Mm-hmm.
and it didn't make me feel like I'm a bad person. It's
Right.
you have bad habits, and maybe instead of acting like this,
Mm-hmm.
it'd be more effective if you functioned like this,
Mm-hmm.
just so the whole entire vibe and the families, it's just a little bit more productive. I never thought I'd be living with my sister again. We haven't really had the strongest relationship.
How long has it been since you guys lived together?
Well, we actually lived together in an apartment about a year-ish, a little over a year ago.
Oh, okay.
It didn't end very well.
Mm.
We actually cut our lease short, and we haven't really spoken very much since.
Yeah, sometimes the toughest people to live with is family,
Oh, yeah.
especially as adults.
And
Yeah.
you know what? My brother pointed out that it's so easy for me to
Mhm.
say I'm perfect and she's
Mhm.
wrong. And that's maybe the way that I was functioning in that conversation.
Right.
But to sit down and to be like, you know what? I'm going to point out on what I think I can do better, and hopefully you can do the same.
Right.
That's growth to me.
Right.
That's growth to me. And maybe things that I've done wrong with my mom and my relationship, that's growth.
Yeah.
You know, like we've talked about bringing this whole thing in a 360, being reflective about my actions
Right.
and continuing to want to progress and strengthen my relationships. I think that's the biggest gift I've been given, and I've worked towards. It hasn't just been given to me, actually.
Right.
It's since our last conversation, I truly feel like I'm excited to continue to progress. I'm not perfect by any means. I've never obviously assumed I'm perfect.
Right.
But to be able to collectively work on our bad habits and work on ourselves as individuals, and we can see the end of the tunnel. Like, our family's going to grow stronger
Yeah.
if you work on this, and to
Right.
have those ugly conversations.
Right.
I'm not scared of them anymore.
Because you guys never really did that because
Never.
prior to the castle burning down,
Yeah.
everybody just went their separate ways trying to
Yeah.
survive, right?
Everyone was just like covering their
Right.
eyes,
Yeah.
covering their ears, and just
Yeah.
like leading the blind and the blind.
Yeah.
No, this time it was a very transparent, ugly
Yeah.
conversation, and it turned out beautiful. My brother, the way that he handled himself, I mean, I haven't told him this, but it was so beautiful to see the way that he was like, guys, money's gonna come and go, just like what you were saying. Money's
Right.
gonna come and go.
Mm-hmm.
But family is the only thing that we permanently have.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, my sister and I literally were arguing about which room we were going to get. And he stopped us in our tracks and he was like, what about the roof that's over your head? And I realized in that moment, it was my ego talking. It's not the size of the rooms. It's not this, that, and the other. It was my ego. And to be able to reach that point of realization, that was special to me.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm excited to work on my relationship with my sister. I'm excited to become her friend and her sister.
Good. Good.
Is it going to be easy? Is every day going to be peaches and roses? No. But
No.
you know what? I know at the end of the day, that's the most permanent person that's going to be
Right.
in my life.
Some of the finest metal is shaped through the fire,
Yeah.
the hardest hits,
Yeah.
the poundings, before you get that finished product that is giving people googly eyes and the
Yeah.
oohs and ahs when they see it. For all those listeners who wanted to bring you back and that were curious to where you are right now in your life, what do you want the listeners to take away from your journey right now?
Once you shift your perspective, you're never going to have fully learned all the lessons that you need in your life. And open your heart and open your soul to, I am privileged enough to continuously be a learner. I feel like the possibilities are endless in terms of your potential. And I know that that's super subjective and it can go so many different ways, but that's the point of it, honestly. If you want to progress in the gym, shift your perspective to, I'm privileged enough to move my body every day.
Nice.
If you want to progress in terms of your relationships, shift your perspective that you're learning about yourself every single day and they're learning about you too, and that's a privilege.
Yeah.
Not everyone
Nice.
has that privilege.
Yeah, that's so true.
And once you adopt that mindset,
Yeah.
I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, feel like your life is going to move in such a beautiful direction.
Right. You got to show gratitude every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you tell your future self about where you're heading? If your future self was in front of you, said, what are we doing? Where are we going? What's up? What would you tell your future self?
Keep your head down and keep working. It's not over.
It's not over.
It's not over.
Where
But
we
you know what?
going?
It's all worth it.
It's all worth
It's
it.
all worth it.
It's all worth it.
Yeah.
But your future self is still want to know, okay, that's good. That's vague. Where are we going? You want me to keep my head down? You want me to keep working? Where are we going? Your future
I'm
self
going to
is
fulfill
asking
my
you.
purpose, and I'm going to
Okay.
help as many people as possible in terms of my career, in terms of any relationship that I find myself in the future. my friendships, I'm going to be the best version of myself that I can be. So I can be the strongest friend, girlfriend, daughter, sister. I'm going to do it for the people that I love.
And I trust and believe you
Thank
because,
you.
you know, we've done this a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And from the first time when we first sat down, I was like, okay, I see what this is. This is a real, true go-getter. I'm listening to you as you speak. I'm
Yeah.
taking it in, and I'm putting myself in those shoes. I'm imagining what you're going through, what you felt because of the hard times that I've had in my life and what I felt, and I know what hard times feel like. Most male energy deals with some of the situations that you've dealt with, men,
Yeah.
and you to come out and to be where you are now and to keep moving forward and not allowing yourself to be the victim
Mm-hmm.
and be the victor. And even when it's tough those days,
Yeah.
you're still scrapping, you're still fighting, you're still pushing along, keeping it moving. It's amazing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you came back
Thank you for
to get
having
down
me.
with me like this.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. And I know we can keep going and going, but you know, I got things to do.
Mm-hmm.
You got things to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually gonna go somewhere and sit down and haven't done it in a while.
Okay.
Have some real good food. I don't know. I think probably going to the west side or something. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
But I want to get out of here before it's too late. I know you can get you out of here too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sasha.
Thank
I know
you.
we're gonna do it again.
Of course.
I know we're gonna do it again. But
100%.
I've got a few other things happening. I was talking to James and to Carly. We're gonna get together. We got the space now.
I'm ready.
All three of us are gonna sit down and we're just gonna have fun. We just talk about our stories, where we at, and
Absolutely.
how we got where we at, and how we moving forward.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You too, Sasha.
Yeah. Thank
All
you.
right.